Hey, what's up YouTube? This is your girl Abby. Thank you so much for joining me, and in today's video I'm going to be sharing with you what I did to prep for my DIY Microlocs journey. I've been wanting to get Microlocs for a long time. Actually, I've been wanting to get locks for a long time, and then it went to sister locks, and then recently I decided I will do Microlocs. So I did do a few things to prep for my lock journey to begin. So I just want to share that with you now. And specifically, it's going to be 8 things that I did to prep for my DIY Microlocs journey. And if you're new to my channel, please stick around, subscribe. I have a lot of content coming up. In this video, I don't have my Microlocs in yet. These are my tester locks, but just trust me, stick around. You will be seeing more of my locks and more of me. And yeah, let's just go ahead and get into the video. So I'll just go over the list, but it's not in any particular order. The first thing on the list that I did is I actually tested out Microlocs. What I have in my head right now, these are my tester locks, right? So when I knew I was going to get Microlocs and I knew it was going to be maybe a few months before I actually installed it, I said, let me just give it a shot and see how I like the Microlocs, because the version I'm going to put in, or the starter locks I'm going to do, are 2-strand twists. So I decided to do some 2-strand twists, not the sizing that I want, a little bit larger, but just to see how I, cope with it. And I actually really love it, and I can't wait to actually install my locks, which I'll start tomorrow. But yeah, I think this is a great idea if you are thinking of getting Microlocs and you're not sure yet. And once you start interlocking the locks, which is what I plan to do as far as tightening the locks, it's a little bit harder to go back. These are just 2-strand twists. There are no interlocks, no ties in it, so I can actually take it out. So if you're not sure, if you're on the fence, this is something I would recommend, and it's been great. Honestly, I'm excited to get my locks in. So another thing that I did is I tested out, the products and things that I would be using once I have my locks in. And the reason why is because I saw throughout my research, I saw people talking about buildup and lint and all the different problems you can run into, and I knew how I wanted to, care for my 4C hair, and I wanted to do that with locks as well. I didn't want to just get locks and all of a sudden not, moisturizing, not doing those things, even though I saw in research that you're just supposed to use water pretty much. But I just wanted to test it out and see what happens if I didn't moisturize it. If I did, what happens if there was going to be buildup, once I washed my hair, what will go down. And so I tested out a shampoo that I have, a clarifying shampoo. I've been moisturizing my hair in the morning. I just spray, it's actually Carol's daughter. You know what, I'm just gonna link it here. I'm not really sure what it is, but it's like the vanilla, black vanilla something. And I sprayed with that, and then I've been using some castor oil and a hair growth oil on my edges, and in another spot, which is a whole nother video I'll get into about my balding that was going on in alopecia. But I really wanted to test out what it would be like, how my hair would take these products and this routine that I want to do. And also, I just happen to have a lot of hair products that I want to get rid of, so I'm like, let me use it now before I get my locks in. And I will be doing actually where I'm going to be decluttering my bathroom space under the sink and just getting rid of a lot of things. And I will probably do a video on that, but on my other channel, so I'll link that below if you want to check out my main channel. I'm going to keep this channel mainly about hair, Microlocs and hair. So one other thing I did with my natural hair before my lock journey, something I wanted to get done before my lock journey, was I did the max hydration method. It's something that you can search here on YouTube, but it has like 2 parts. There's like a cherry Lola part, I believe that's what it's called. It has like a mix of ingredients, and then the second part is the clay wash. Now I've done this before to my hair, like maybe twice. Before that, I was doing clay washes on my natural 4C hair, and I really loved the result I was getting from it. But the reason why I wanted to do it before my lock journey was because I knew that I didn't want to put too much in my locks once they're installed. The mixture for the cherry Lola and also the clay wash can be hard to wash out or rinse out, and it's something that I don't think I will be doing once I have my locks in, so I wanted to get it done before. So I did that, and it worked out great. Yeah, so that was one thing that I did. And if you want me to do a video on the recipe I did for that, I can, but it is something that is good for anyone that has low porosity hair. If your hair doesn't hold moisture too much, this method, this max hydration method, will really help you out, and it's good. Just try it out if you don't have your locks in yet. I don't think I'm gonna be doing it once I have locks in. And then just piggybacking off of that, a fourth thing that I did was I washed my hair in these twists to see, you know, how my hair would like take washing, and none of my hair slipped out. I know people often talk about slippage. I didn't have any of that, and I wanted to deep condition my hair because I know once I get my locks in, I'm probably gonna wait a few months before I start deep conditioning, just because the worry of it slipping out and having, you know, too much frizz or whatever it is. I've been deep conditioning my hair when I wash it, and with the twists, these twists on, and it's been good so far. But I will at least wait. Once I get my locks in, I'll wait a few months before I start deep conditioning again. But part of me doing that was really, you know, like I said, prepping for my locks. I just wanted to see how my hair would react to it, if it would cause any buildup. For me, I don't feel like I've noticed any buildup, but when I take the locks out, then I will see, you know, if when I take these starter locks out or these test locks out, then I'll see if there's any buildup. But so far, so good. So the fifth thing that I did is I started my vitamin regimen. And if there's one thing I'll preach about when it comes to hair care or natural hair care, is internally, what you do internally is more than what you do externally, or the topical stuff. Like, so no product, no hair oil or whatever it is going to really do as much wonders for you as opposed to what you do for yourself internally. So vitamins, and this is something, if you do stick around and subscribe to my channel, I'll do my natural hair journey or my hair journey. I used to be obsessed with natural hair care. This was like started in like 2006, okay? This was before social media was big. We had hair forums that we would go on, and I had my little Fotki account. I'll have to link the stuff below so you can see what I mean when I say I was obsessed with hair care. One thing I took from that was when I changed my diet and I changed what I did internally, that's when I really saw the health of my hair, the health of my scalp. So I already kind of knew what to do. I knew I needed to eat better, I knew I needed to drink more water, but I also knew that vitamins are key. I'll do a separate video with my actual vitamin regimen. I won't go into everything right now, but I started taking vitamins, and I know vitamins in general sometimes, and that's with actually a lot of things, anything, takes a few months for you to start seeing the benefits of it. So I started my new vitamin regimen in October. It's December right now, and I'll say that I have noticed not just changes for my hair, but also for my energy and just the way I feel inside. So that's one thing I would definitely recommend. Start taking your vitamins. So the sixth thing I'll say that I did is I started practicing my lock regimen, so my Microlocs regimen. If you are into hair care, then you probably have your regimen, your daily regimen, your monthly, and so I started practicing what I would be doing daily just to see if I can keep up with it. So I have a morning routine, I have an evening routine, and then monthly. And when I actually get my locks in, I'll probably wait a month before washing them, but I want to be washing my hair often, maybe every week or every 2 weeks. And that was something I saw as a benefit for me when I was on my natural hair journey. Yeah, so I started just practicing waking up every day, making sure I wear my silk bonnet because I read that's gonna help with lint. So I just wanted to see if I could stick with it, and surprisingly I have been sticking to it. I think I'm ready, but this was just something I did. If you're looking to get into the lock journey and you are, you know, still on the fence, this is something that you can test out. And for me, it worked out because I did these, you know, test locks, and having these on, I was able to treat them as my actual locks. Okay, the seventh thing I have on the list is research. It really should be the first thing on the list because it's immediately what I started doing. I did a lot of research on Microlocs just so I can see what sizing I'm looking for. You know, I found girls on YouTube here that, you know, had great information. I found, you know, people on Instagram. I went on Facebook groups and got a lot of information from those Facebook groups for Microlocs or for locks in general. And so I did a lot of research and just prepping myself. And one thing was I really wanted someone to install my Microlocs, but I could not find anybody in my area. I'm in Northern California, and it just was really difficult. And even when I found people, they did not do Microlocs or they were not taking new clients. So I had to research on how I'm gonna do this on my own, and hence why I'm gonna have DIY Microlocs. It's actually not the choice I wanted. I wanted someone else to do it for me, and actually I had a cousin that lives in LA that offered to do them for me, but then she's in LA, and then I had my whole balding situation going on, which I'm gonna do a video on that to just give an update on it. But yeah, I just decided I'm gonna just do it myself. Why not? I love DIY, but research is something that is key. If you're going to do microlocs, since they are somewhat permanent, I would definitely research before you do it to save yourself some time. I've seen people here that have installed their locks, take them out, do it again. Just research is good. It should have been first on my list, but this is something I definitely did. And it was actually a fun part for me because I enjoy the research part of it. And then one last thing that I have on the list that I did prepping for my microlock journey is I ordered everything that I would need for my lock journey, or for installing my DIY microlocks or two-strand twist locks. I actually ordered all of the products and tools I feel like I would need ahead of time, just to make sure that they're here and I'm not scrambling when it's time to install. I just wanted everything to go smoothly. Amazon is my friend, so I got everything ahead of time, and to see that I liked what I had and that everything was going to work out. And you know, that's just a recommendation for me. If you are going to start your microlock journey and you're trying to prep for it, order what you think that you will need, yeah, and just have it all ready. So that's it for everything that I have for prepping for my lock journey. I really do hope that you enjoyed the video or got something useful from it. I hope you stick around. I have a lot of videos coming up for my microlock journey, and yeah, I'll catch you next time. Bye.